but just say different sounds. You'll be guided closer to the sound if you keep doing it. And so I'll say mine, the car, and you'll say the car, and suddenly it will vibrate right through your whole body. Now, if you start chanting that, it's so much easier to get into your space. And the reason why I say that, everything in the inner worlds calls you that. They don't call you Tommy, Joe, Peter, Paul. They'll call you by that sound. You could be on the mental plane, the causal plane, the soul plane. Soul vibrates at that sound. That's why we are all different. We all don't have the same names. So with that sound, you can go anywhere. And I could say it anywhere. And I know everybody knows me wherever I go. So that sound is like your family knowing you as your own name, whatever that is. But when you find it, that's the easiest way to try to find it without getting too complicated techniques and stuff. Just do it a couple of days in a row, and I'm sure that something will come out, stand out pretty much. In the movement Eckankar, they tell you the next word that your spiritual initiation gives you will come to you in a dream or another state. I'm not saying your name could be given to you in a dream state, because it can be. But finding it yourself kind of makes it much more incredible and real. But when you're sitting there and you're spitting out these sounds and suddenly something vibrates through your whole body and you can feel your whole body like strong within that sound. When I talk to God, I use my spiritual name. I don't say Tommy. I use my spiritual name always. We all have a spiritual name, which is what we are as soul. So when you understand what that is, it helps a real lot. I mean, just because you have a spiritual name doesn't mean you're better than anybody in the spiritual realms. It just means you're aware of that vibration and being on a soul plane. But the name can change. If you only find your name on a mental plane, it'll change later on. But when you tune into who and what your vibration truly is, that's what helps you get past these little gods when you go from realm to realm. I just put something really hardcore out there that very few people know or even understand. But it's so critical and important. And I mean, somebody's going to go out there, I'm going to learn my name and then I'll go into the higher worlds. It's not like that either. Being able to vibrate at a vibration is so hard on the inner worlds. Because whatever realm you go to, most people have to go to the astral plane. The vibration's hardcore there. The sound of the plane itself is so loud. I mean, your body gets used to it and everything in time, but each realm has a sound. And the sounds just get more solid, more louder, and more beautiful at the same time. It's the eardrums that can't adjust to sound, or that'll shatter my eardrums, because they're a solid object. But you take a solid object, it can't shatter. So that it could be a super incredibly high, loud sound. It doesn't mean it's bad or anything else, but it just means where you are at that vibration. Getting back to the exercise itself, when you're sitting by the tree, give it a half hour every time you go there. Make yourself comfortable. Always try to feel the best you can. I mean, why feel lousy when you're trying to do something good? If you can help it. I mean, if the world's on fire, I don't expect you to be happy and sit down and say, I'm going to do this chant or a meditation. No, that's a little bit different scenario. But if you can find a place where it's peaceful, relaxing, and all those words, it only makes it that much easier. I mean, if your body's on fire, you don't have too much time. You're either going to make it or not in a short period of time. So it's better to learn things when you're not pushed. Because people think at the end of their life they can just say, okay, I'm going to heaven now. I cast myself over. No, it doesn't happen that way. You're going to say, why, I built a house today, I'm going to go into it tomorrow. No, it's going to take time to build that house. So whatever you build, you got to make sure it has a strong foundation. It's going to hold up on the whatever kind of things that are going to hit it or be around it. Did you have a question?
No, I think you pretty much answered mine.
Okay, I'm glad I was able to give you something back on that. So let's move a little deeper into dealing with people that lie. I can't. I'm not a person that can. I went through too much stuff when I was young to stand back, to sit down and not judge, not be a part of this or that. Let it be the problem in my life. No, I don't deal with lies. I don't deal with liars. If I find out they are, well, no, it's not going to be over. It's going to be the beginning of a battle if they're going to be in my reality. What I'm going through right now with the person is incredibly ridiculous. But when a person's ego is so programmed that they believe that they're so important, so this, that, and the other thing, and then they come out with a bunch of stories that don't fit any normal reality under any circumstances, it's a battle. I always say, not that I want to, but I will go to battle, always. I'd rather die fighting for what I believe in, no matter what, rather than dying in somebody else's stupid story or lie. And Jesus came here to prove that and show that and teach that. But nobody wanted to listen. When he told his own followers, they all lied about him, pretended they didn't know him and everything. I mean, how can you work with a spiritual person, know that they're a spiritual person, and then run away from them? That's why he said, he who gives his life for me will have eternal life and be with me and my Father in heaven. But those people weren't ready to do it. They all had to lie and protect their little bodies so that they didn't get killed too. Or, I mean, when they were ready to give their lives for him, that was a different story. So we got to look at the picture of how far, what we're willing to give up, what we're willing to do to be the best we can, to do the things we need to do. To promote a lie? No, I can't, and I won't. If somebody offered me $10 million, would I take it? I say, hand me the $10 million, and then I'll call them a liar. I know they'll kill me, but I'm just saying, we can't give in to the lie. We have to purify thoughts in our own awareness so that we do know our truth, whatever it is, good or bad. Know it. If you were really abducted, know that. Not trying to make it into a different story so it makes it feel good. Deal with the truth. Tell the truth. If all these abductees tell everybody the experience is good, people won't have an experience of being abducted, which is not a good thing. No race out there driving around in ships is more spiritual than we are. Not in our solar system, not in our universe, not in our dimension. Oh, the Pleiadians, oh, the Andromedans. And, you know, I dealt with one of the people way back many years ago who was one of the first people to talk about the Andromedans. He actually predicted a lot of things. The things he predicted about the planet and stuff came true, but not one thing about the aliens. Now, there's a conference coming up, Stargate to the Cosmos. TJ's ex-best, more new friend, but however you want to look at that, there's a lot of things going on with this right now. But there's a conflict going on between three people. We've been together for 6 years. It's all about ego. I mean, people say I have a big ego. You know, knowing the truth, it kind of makes you egotistical to most people. Why is that? Well, here's something very important, which I kind of related to it the past couple of days more so than ever. You know how I say, well, that's my truth. And I say, well, what's your truth? Well, when you talk to people, well, they'll say, well, you want everybody to believe your truth. No, there's a difference from believing my truth or believing the truth. Two separate entities. I believe in unicorns. I believe in Pegasus. I believe in a lot of things. Do I expect you to believe any of that? No. You might not ever in this lifetime or the next. But I know they're real. So that's a difference. And they were real because they're documented all through history as far back as you want to go. So truth is truth. My truth, your truth. I always say your truth, my truth, or God's truth. My truth is taken from God's truth. Your truth is taken from man's truth. Because if you say the things you want, you do not know God. When people say, I'm one with the universe, that's like saying I'm one with Peter Pan. Why would you want to be that? Why not be one with God? Well, you can't be because God is God and you are you. So all the scenarios man creates are lies. And they come out and say it's spiritual. They say it's truth. And here's the scenario that I came up with, which I think is rather really important.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, your audio is getting getting pretty bad. Let you know.
Oh man, how about maybe I got a half hour? I don't know what I can do. I raise it. Let me see. If I raise it more, hold on. Is that better now or not?
No, it's the same.
Let me go down and see if the volume changes at all. I don't think it will, but
I can understand you now. I can understand you.
Well, I want it to be clear because don't forget this is recorded and it'll be out there forever. Now my volume's not even working. Well, there it goes. Is that any better or is that too low?
No, that's good. I can hear you clear now.
All right. Now here's what I kind of realized for myself. I only realized this like a couple of days ago. You know, when you talk to somebody, and I know people attack me, and that's fine because they're not ready for the truth. But they'll say, that's only your truth. And then they'll say, well, I have my truth, right? And then the next thing that they'll say is, no one knows the truth. And what I've learned from that, and this is simple, but think about it. Anybody that listens to the show, think about what I'm going to say. When someone says to you, no one knows the truth, the only thing that means is they have no idea what the truth is. And because they don't, they want the whole world to fit in that picture that nobody knows. Nobody knows God, nobody knows Jesus, nobody knows life after death, nobody knows anything. So when a person turns around and says back to you, well, nobody really knows the truth. Because you don't know the truth, that's why you're telling me nobody knows it. I know people know the truth, but not many. And I look for them constantly, and I know by their... Here's something that goes beyond what anybody else can tell you. If anyone on this planet, anyone, ever came close to God, really, they could see it in you, and you could see it in them. I'm talking about God itself, not the idea of God or visionary idea of a God, but really come close to God. It's like going next to the light and being charged by the light, period. It can't be taken away. Nobody can take it away, but anybody with eyes can see it. When I said I saw a woman with her aura that radiated many, many feet beyond her, she walked past me, and the second she looked into my eyes, there was 2,000 people in this room, and I saw her light glow over everybody in the audience. She stopped to me and said, I love you, and kept walking. Out of the 2,000 people in the room. It only confirms it. People of the light, people that saw God itself, are able to see it and know it. And I haven't met many people on this planet that have. She was a little lady, really small, and I could remember every word in her letter that she spoke because she made that connection to me right away. I mean, I listen to Deepak Chopra all the time. I listen to Eckhart Tolle all the time, and all these so-called. I listen to the Pope's stories. I listen to, you name it. I look for one shred of proof of truth.